Okay, this is Part-7. Usually it grows in Australia, Australian native, also grows in New Zealand, mainly grows on the east coast, quite rare in South Australia, and they've recently found a population around Broke Inlet over in WA. Okay. So there probably are other smaller populations, so it actually does grow in Western Australia. So the question is, did it come from Western Australia and spread out to the eastern states? Or did it go from the eastern states and went back the other way? But I would have thought, since there's so many species of Drossa over in Western Australia, it's more likely went the other way. Yep. But I suppose I have to do genetic studies on that. But I'm just here to photograph those.
Study it.
Oh yeah, because you look at it, it's growing like on skeletal soil. Yep. And it's growing, what, 15 centimetres high. Yep. Apparently Darwin got some plants sent to him and they were 80 centimetres tall. Yep. That's natural size. Yeah. So hopefully if you ever got them into horticulture and understood how they grow, you could make 80 centimetres into 120 centimetres, which would be quite impressive. But still, we still don't know what makes the plants grow, and they're the one group of plants that a lot of people when they're young want to grow them, and they just try to get into them, and we just don't have the horticultural knowledge to grow them better than they grow in the wild. So they grow bigger, more colourful and faster in the wild, because I grew up over in Western Australia, and if you've seen them growing there, people go from the eastern states or from here over there and their jaws almost drop on the ground at the size, the colour and the robustness. Because if you've ever seen like Drossa gigantea, it's called gigantea for a reason. If it's growing in deep sand, it's like a little Christmas tree that grows up to this height. Oh, really? And it's really sturdy and solid. I used to stub my toe, even though I was in my mum's Wellington boots. I can't understand why, whether it was just the way they naturally grow in the ground. It forces you to bump into one. You're going between them, and because of the randomness or the way they grow, I don't know, but every time I used to go there, sometime during the day I would stub my toe. So am I just clumsy? Anyway, they used to grow so deep in the ground. The tubers were down like 2 metres. I tried to look at one once, got down to arm length. I was only a kid, like a 9-year-old kid at the time. I just couldn't. I wasn't even anywhere close. I was probably not even halfway down to where the tubers were. And yet they go dormant in like December, and they grow back, and they're halfway through March after the monsoon rains. They're starting to push their way through the soil and start growing up again. And so they've grown up 2 metres through the sand, and they grow to that size, and in the space of, there's got to be some sort of special biology going on there, where there's some sort of special nitrogen fixation or something. Some
acceleration.
Something going on over there. Maybe they're making use of some rare element in the sands over there. We don't know, but until someone cracks it, the hobby is just like stagnating. Everyone gets into it and they're just disappointed. They just can't grow the plants as good as they grow in the wild. It would be nice if the horticulture of these plants would just click in with all the other plants. Like you get cacti and succulents, you go to some club or something, they tell you this is how you grow them. You grow them and you can grow them better than they grow in the wild. Some other thing, Hoyas, Tilangias, whatever. These plants, we just haven't got to that stage yet. You can't say, well, this is what you do and this is why they grow, and if you tweak all the variables, we can grow them bigger and faster and even more robust than they do in the way. We just haven't got to that stage. But anyway, it's nice meeting you, and you're on a travel log, and I'll put it up onto YouTube, and you'll be forever there then. Okay, see ya.